Hello guys, this is Black Mine page. Try to subscribe the YouTube button. We are here in Paga, in slave camp, where those days they slave many people. So we are here to talk about it. So brother, my name is Black Man.
My
You
name is Aaron Azuma. You are welcome to the Pikworo Slave Camp. The full name is Nania Pikworo Slave Camp. Nania, including Pikworo, are in the language of Kasim. We, the people of Paga, the west, some part of the west, the east, and then across the border, the immediate part of the border, we all speak the Kasim language. So Pikworo simply means rocky area. As you can see, there are rocks surrounded by this area. And Nania stands for place of cows or cattle. And according to history, this slave camp was established by three black slave raiders. One who was going around in search for young persons to capture as slaves. Together with his army, they alighted here and then surveyed the entire environment. Finally, they discovered that this place was the ideal place for them to settle and hold the slaves before being transported down to the coast. Through Salaga slave market to Bonomanso slave caves to Asinmanso slave river, where they finally took their bath before they touched down to Elimina or Cape Coast Castle. That man actually didn't declare his identity to the people of Narnia. All that I know about him, as history says, is Bagao, meaning bushman. Bagao is also in the language of Kasem. He established this slave camp. He took the land by force. Because of his strong army, he was also spiritually fortified. The people of Narnia were afraid of him to even get closer to him. So they didn't know his original name. They didn't even know where actually he came from. He settled before he invited two other colleagues, the two other colleagues from Burkina Faso and Mali respectively, called Samor Toure and Babatu. They were all having that kind of strong army, spiritually fortified. And according to history, most of the slaves were taken from the interlands. Those days, they didn't have countries and borders. So, what we learn from history, the upper countries, now called Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Benin, most of the slaves were taken from there, as well as the nearby territories of the northern sector. So whenever they bring the slaves, they used to trek from all the far and near distances to this place. When they arrive here, they will give them branding according to each master's choice,
yeah, yeah,
whatever symbol he wanted to put on his slaves. Like we have the tribal marks.
yeah.
So after the marks, they were chained against these trees.
Okay.
Yeah. Then later in the day, they will move them. They will let them ascend to the top there,
Okay.
where they will go and eat and drink. Now, though slavery is no more,
All right.
yet we have evidence of what transpired during those days. According to history, it started around 1704. Then later, 1845, it was totally abolished. So I wish take you to go and see the evidence of what really transpired.
Hello guys, we are in the tour, so we are going down there. So I think we are going to see many symbols. As you can see, the rocks are here. So finally, the slave times. This is my first time to this area, so I think um, try to follow Black Mind TV and the page. Go to YouTube and subscribe. We are here. As you can see, here is very, very, very nice. We are going to see some symbols where they chain them, where they eat.
This approach here is eating and drinking place for the slaves. Now let's go up there and see the drinking and eating place of the slaves.
Eating
For the slaves.
and drinking. Okay. Charlie, guys, we are going. Let's go. Let's go.
Drinks, I better say.
Charlie. Okay. Okay. Finally. Charlie.
We have approached the drinking place of the slaves. This water reservoir is natural. It oozes out from underneath the rock. And it was very pure and sufficient to serve about 200 slaves at a time. This is where all the slave masters, the slaves themselves, the guards, all of them use this one for drinking, cooking, washing, bathing. It was sufficient to supply all of them.
So may I
As I speak,
wait a minute. May I ask question? So I mean you are saying this water is by naturally. As you can see, through all the year, drying season, can you find this thing?
throughout the year, there is always water, irrespective of the level. Sometimes the level decreases.
Okay.
Sometimes it even overflows, more especially during the rainy season.
So the drying season, there's water inside.
There is water.
So
Though the level will go down,
it will go down, it will
but
reduce.
it will never finish.
It will never finish.
Yes.
All right. So this is the drinking place. This their drinking place. They eat here and drink over here, right?
We are going to the eating place
So
now.
this is where they use
They
to
get
normally-
water
they
for
get
its
water for
daily activities.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, we are here. We are going. All right. Okay. It's so amazing, Charlie. Let's go. Let's go with the
We
camp.
have approached another interesting part of our journey or our tour.
Okay.
This is where stubborn slaves
Uh-huh.
or those who refuse to comply with the masters were forced to carve out holes. You can see, as you can see,
Okay.
for their own feeding.
Okay.
An average size hole here used to take care of at least 8 people.
8 people.
Small size one would take care of like 6.
Okay.
Then big one like this one would take care of over 15
15 people.
souls.
15.
And they used to compete. And as for the masters, letting them compete over the food was a way of testing their endurance or their energy.
Okay. Charlie,
Used
guys.
to carve out all these holes.
Okay. Okay. Charlie, guys. This story are so interesting. I'm telling you. Okay. Okay. There is another house over here. Okay.
They are part of
They are part. Okay. All right.
here. Corn mill or grinding machine
Okay.
has come to meet us.
Okay.
But what we know is our mothers using a stone to grind for flour to prepare what we enjoy later in the evening as Ghanaians as supper.
Okay.
And before you prepare dessert,
You have to.
tuozafe,
grind it, yeah.
you have to grind some corn or millet.
Okay.
It's still a common concept
All right.
in our society.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To see women use this one to grind millet or
Okay.
ingredients, tomatoes, pepper.
Okay.
And as you are grinding, normally the slaves used to back it with traditional songs
Traditional song.
to make the work efficient.
I mean to boost their energy so they
Good.
can
They can grind
it.
very well.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let's continue.
Finally.
We have yet approached another interesting part of our tour.
Okay.
Now we are at the Slaves Entertainment Center.
Okay.
or entertainment place.
Okay.
Slaves were compelled to drum and dance
Okay.
and sing songs of inspiration
Mola.
and praises to the
Okay.
Almighty God because the masters gave them fake promises. So
Okay.
they wanted they wanted them to believe what they promised them will really come to pass.
Okay.
Down was their dancing floor. Those who chose to dance,
They go down there.
guarded by fake
Gun.
gun, wooden gun,
Okay.
which was fake. Then promised they told them if you try to run
And
away,
they will shoot you.
the gun automatically will shoot you to death. At least four were engaged, those who knew how to drum in their various communities were
Yeah.
engaged drumming here, and those who chose to dance were also engaged down the down floor dancing. Those who also didn't want to dance were rather listening, sitting around here.
Okay.
And they used to put water here. They will
Okay.
fetch it from the major source
Okay.
and put it here. They will pour it here.
Okay.
So that if you get thirsty, you can easily quench your thirst and get back to action.
All right.
Rather than allowing you to move back there, you could have run away because in the mood of entertainment, they were left free. They were no more in chains and shackles.
All right.
And this drum here, the first slave raider I mentioned, called Bagao, he did a survey, as I told you, of the whole environment. He discovered this rock as the only rock that
Okay. Could be sound.
could be sound in a way like a drum, naturally.
Okay. Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Each part of it has its unique rhythm.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Normally we have people who
Okay.
demonstrate for visitors to see, but
I'm coming.
unfortunately,
Wait. Let me go this part of this. It's true. Each part of Charlie, I want you to capture this. Okay.
in the middle is this.
Okay. Here. Here has different sound. Okay. Okay. It's true. Here also. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Charlie.
Normally we have
It's amazing. Okay, you
elderly
hear.
people who do the drumming, but
Okay.
people are unfortunate. I don't know.
Okay.
If they didn't see it.
Okay. Here also is something like bass. Here. It's very big rock. Okay. It's very, very, very interesting.
We have a long way to go. Good. My people, once again we have come to another interesting aspect or part of our journey in the Pikworo slave camp. Now we approach the meeting place. This meeting actually was not by choice of the slaves. Slaves didn't have authority or power to meet at any time they wanted to discuss on their or deliberate on their personal issues. Slaves only attended meeting here when the masters called. And about the meeting sometimes was to count
Okay.
the number of slaves,
Okay.
so that if one
Makes sense.
was missing, then they would trace the fellow, or if run away, then they could trace the fellow.
Okay.
And again, let me just call it a multi-purpose center,
Okay.
because every morning they used to meet the masters here. The masters call them for meeting so that they will discharge their duties.
Okay.
those who would go for bushmeat to prepare their meal,
Okay.
those who go for firewood, those who clean the place, and those who trim the tall trees so that the security guard, we are yet to go there, will always have a clear vision of the entire vicinity. And again, middlemen who were blacks, slave middlemen who were blacks, used to come here and patronize the slaves. If they came, the slaves were assembled this way. The buyers were up there making
Their
their
choice.
choices, selecting those
So
who were strong
I'm coming.
and those
Wait,
ladies who were beautiful.
wait, I'm coming. So this is the place, this area,
Yeah.
this up here.
Yeah.
As you see this rock. So those people who came for marketing to buy the slaves,
Yeah.
they are the place they
They
are
will
going to
go up there
up
so
there.
that they could see all the slaves and then make their right choice.
Their choices.
And after making their choices, as I told you, I made mention of using gunpowder and was soon to exchange for the slaves.
Okay.
Money was not the issue of the day. They were using commodities to exchange for the slaves.
Okay.
Afterwards, then they served them their last supper
Supper on this hole.
before they start trekking to Salaga slave market. And those who didn't want to comply with their buyers
Okay.
were made to lie on this stone for punishment.
So this is the punishment
Punishment stone. They were laid this way, both hands and legs chained to the base of the stone,
Okay.
and then they were given whips at their back. Unless
Charlie, let me try the
you later say
punishing stone. Let me
you
try.
will go
It's
with the
something
buyer.
like it's amazing.
If you see this
Yeah, if you see
shape of
the,
the stone
the
alone,
shape,
it gives you some kind of
my
imagination.
God. Let me see.
Many
So
souls die on this stone.
you lie down like this,
Yes, both your hands and your legs.
they chain you from down
chain
here.
you.
So that's how it is. Oh my God. My God. My God. I don't know what to do.
Let's proceed.
Oh, God of mercy. God of mercy. Charlie, I don't know what to do, to be honest. This is where they chain people to give them punishment, heavy punishment. All right, let's move. Oh my God. Here, actually, what's the purpose of this rack?
Good. We just approached the security tower of the slave raiders, or the observatory of the slave raiders. According to history, up there was the chief guard appointed by the slave masters and paid for his duty, watching round the whole camp and beyond, checking escapees and then intruders.
So I mean,
And the tower is naturally arranged.
okay, I mean, are you trying to say something like this is the tallest rock
among
those
all
areas?
the rocks in the camp.
So I mean, this tower will be like Sovia.
Yes, of course.
Can we take a look over there?
We can.
Charlie, I want to try something to see. I don't think I could get there. I don't think I could get there. So, okay, okay.
From here, I can
You stay there and let me go there.
as far as Navrongo houses, I can see.
see,
I can see the
I'm very tired.
I can see some roofings. I can even see
Okay.
Kajilo, the next
Okay.
village after here.
Okay, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What do you see?
Yeah, you can see Navrongo, yeah. Okay, okay, it's true. You can see up to Navrongo. It's
And the
true.
river is naturally arranged.
My God. So, we see some symbol over there. This is their burial ground, right? This is their cemetery. Basically, as I can see, there's so many symbols here. Look like graveyard. So, can you tell about something about this area?
Good. Welcome you once more to the slave cemetery. This is where all slaves who lost their lives through the torture or the maltreatment
Okay,
are buried in masses.
all right,
Each of these tombs
okay,
indicate a mass grave.
all right,
At least 10 souls
okay.
are buried in each. From here to the last end is occupied. There is no empty space here. And during that time, they used to practice our traditional burial, which begins with using a calabash to measure the entrance.
Okay,
It looks small and circular,
okay,
but inside is very deep and wide,
okay,
with chambers created in each corner.
all right.
So each dead body or each corpse is entitled to a chamber
So each
until all the chambers are
full.
filled. They don't put sand inside. They leave the inside hollow with a clay pot used to cover the entrance of it or the mouth of it. And even as I speak, if you go into our community here, Nania,
Yeah.
there are family graves like that. If a young person dies, they can bury you in your grandfather's or your grandmother's grave.
So are you trying to say something like each like, for example, this particular area, like tomb. So when you go inside,
If you excavate,
if you excavate inside,
you are likely to only see pieces of the skull
okay.
because it's over 400 years now. You can only see the skull pieces.
So each grave like this can contain more than 15 people.
More than 15 people, sometimes. Yeah.
My goodness.
So reefs, these reefs you are seeing,
Yeah.
is as a result of the Emancipation Panifest Day we celebrated just recently, about a week ago. And one was laid by the traditional authority, represented by a sub-chief of Paga. And then the other one was laid by our cousins from the diaspora.
Okay.
The other one too was laid by Ghana Tourism Authority.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
On our tour in the Pikworo slave camp, we have yet approached another punishment rock or punishment stone. According to history, this is where slaves who tried to escape but was unfortunately captured back to the camp were punished to serve as deterrent or example to others. They forced them to sit as I am, both legs crossed and chained to the base of the rock, likewise their hands and their face faces were gazing at the sun, as at when the sun was shining from, accompanied by whips. Many bleeded to death, while some others lost their sight as a result of watching the sun. You can see the mark of the chain.
Charlie, finally, as you can see this stone, as our brother said, this is the punishment stone. You can see the mark of or the shape of the chain. They chain them from here. As he said, when you escape and they catch you, this is the place they punish you. I don't know what to say. So finally, viewers, this is how it is. If you want to come to visit from here, you can come. So brother, finally, can you say something to the people who want to come for visit to see how things happen this area?
Good. Right now, we have come to the end of the journey in the Pikworo slave camp, and I entreat all Ghanaians to appreciate domestic tourism, come, learn. Likewise, our brothers and sisters in the Western world, please try and come, experience, learn, and then uh, you understand. This is where the root of slavery started.
All right. Hello viewers. Finally, we are ready finish our tour. So those guys who live in diaspora, the black people who live in diaspora, especially when you go to something like United States of America, there are so many blacks living there. They don't know where about. They don't know their background. So major root, the slave major root start from this area. As you can see, many people came here visit. You see so many flowers on the tombs. So when you come, brother, you feel excited. It will touch your heart. When I came here, something touched me, make me see something different. Brother, we are trying to invite you. If you want to come, drop your comment at the comment section. So if next year, if you want to come, we call you and we communicate and we come together. Charlie, subscribe.